Hi guys, Mike here at tabletbuy.com, and we're here today with the Asus Transformer Prime. We already posted the review of this tablet here on our YouTube channel, but today we're going to take a quick look at this new version that comes with Android 4.0 IceCream Sandwich. Actually, it's going to be a deep and thorough walkthrough of the things that that IceCream Sandwich brings on this device, and we're going to start simply with just locking the screen and unlocking it again, and you're going to notice even from starters there are some changes here. First of all, you can now quickly unlock directly to the home page, or you can unlock to the front, to the camera. Takes a bit of time to load, and here it is, the camera. This is the front facing camera over here. Now let's go back. There are actually a couple of change of settings for the unlock screen, and if you're going to go to security in options, you have the screen lock option. You can unlock with a password, with a pin, with a pattern, with a slide, which is what you have here. And let's go ahead and change with the pattern. And for instance, I'm going to unlock with this pattern. I'm going to put again, confirm. Okay, and now when locking the screen, in order to unlock it, I have to put the pattern. For instance, this is the wrong pattern. If I put the correct one, the screen is now unlocked. Okay, let's go back and change this. Screen lock, you have to put the pattern again, and we're selecting slide once again. So this is just one of the first things you're going to notice when having a look at the IceCream Sandwich on the Transformer Prime, and actually on all the tablets that will come with IceCream Sandwich in the near future. Then you're going to notice that the buttons have been slightly redesigned, and there is a new font used over here for the quick for the clock, for the battery, and all these quick notifications. You also have here an indicator that shows you on each page you're actually on right now. For instance, we're now on the last page, and it shows you that part over here. Of course, you have the multitasking. This is the new multitasking interface. It's pretty much the same as before. You can navigate between applications, but you can close them from here. So it's just as easy as swiping applications off. So we're closing them right now. Besides this, you'll notice that this tablet moves very smoothly between home pages. We're opening the apps, the widgets, everything runs very smoothly, and that's mainly because of the Tegra 3 platform inside, but also because of how IceCream Sandwich really integrates with the faster platform that Asus put on the Transformer Prime. Okay, on this device you also have the new keyboard, which I'm going to show you right now. This is Asus's keyboard. It's slightly customized. It's the same as on the previous Transformers, but you have the standard keyboard, which is slightly redesigned. It's pretty much the same as before, but it comes with a couple of changes. It's very nice. It comes with integrated dictionaries, and it works quite okay. And you're probably going to notice these 3 points here in the corner. Well, that means that there is a menu available for this particular page. So whenever you're going to see this 3 points, it says that there is this menu. Okay, let's have a quick look at the notification tab here. That's how it looks. It's not the standard one from IceCream Sandwich. It's the one it's the one Asus made for the Prime. If you want to see the standard one, I think you should go over here to Asus Customize Settings, and make sure this one is not checked, the Asus Quick Setting. If you're using it like this, that's what you get. This is the quick settings. You have here a notification. You no longer have that X for closing the notifications. Once again, you can close them by swiping them off here. So very simple. And this is how the basic notification system looks now on Android IceCream Sandwich for tablets. But personally, I rather have the one Asus put here, and that's how it goes. And you can see that you have all these quick buttons for wireless, for Bluetooth, for syncing, and you also have the 3 modes: the power saving mode and the performance mode that actually take care of the hardware inside, actually improves the battery life reported to performances. So it trims down the clock speeds of the Tegra 3 processors, and this way you get more power, more battery life, but less power on this economic mode, and on the performance mode you get the full speed of the Tegra 3 processor. You also have here this quick screen brightness button. We're right now using the IPS mode, which makes it very, very bright. Okay, what else? Let's go ahead and see the settings. Okay, so these are the new settings. You're going to notice that the settings, the options are now organized in a couple of different chapters. For instance, the first one is wireless and network, and you have all the connectivity options. You have here the data usage, which is actually a quite interesting thing. It shows you how much data you've been using in the last in a given period of time. You can adjust the period of time like this, and it shows you how much the browser consumed, how much the market, the games, etc. On smartphones and probably on tablets that actually have a 3G SIM included, or a 4G LTE SIM included, you can actually cap the data usage from this menu, so you won't be overcharged in case you go over the given amount of gigabytes included in your contract. You also have here, pressing more, you have the tethering, portable hotspot options. Actually, the Transformer Prime does not come with a SIM, but you can use USB tethering, connecting a USB dongle on the Transformer dock, and this way you can transform this one into a portable hotspot and give wireless connectivity to other devices. But right now USB tethering is not working because there is no USB device connected, because this one is not attached to the docking station. Okay, device, here you have pretty much all the things you need: sound, display, storage. You have the battery, and it says how much the battery is going to last. Right now we're on idle and we're actually running on performance mode. It says 13. It says how much how long the device has been running on battery, sorry. So it's only been running for 13 minutes. You have the installed apps, the apps that are running over here, and all the apps. And Asus customized settings has a couple of settings that's quite interesting, only available on this device, and you can go ahead and take a look at them. One of them, you have the screenshot option. You can take screenshots of your home screen by using the pressing and holding the multitask button, and it will work like this. So this is actually, and it says here that it's saving the screenshot. Alright, so the screenshot was captured. Let's dismiss this. Okay, on personal you have the security and the accounts information, and over here on the bottom, first let me show you, this is actually Android 4.0.3, so it's IceCream Sandwich, and you have the developer options, which are a bunch of different options available here. You should go ahead and read more about them online. One of the things I could show you right now is you can force GPU rendering. So for instance, if a particular app is not really optimized for Android IceCream Sandwich, you can actually go ahead and force GPU rendering, and make everything run smoother, but on the other side sometimes it might not work as you expect. Sometimes the application might crash if you're using this particular app option. And of course there are some other interesting things over here as well. Now I should also show you this redesigned apps folder here. It's actually looking quite nice. You can see that when we're reaching to the end of one side, it will tilt like this, showing you can't go any further in that part. And you can Android IceCream Sandwich actually integrates the apps with the widgets. So on Honeycomb, you just had to press the home screen and you could access widgets from here. You no longer can do this. If you're pressing the home screen, you can add gallery and wallpapers. For the widgets, you have to go here, and here are all the widgets. You can surf between them, and you can easily add one of the widgets to one of your home pages. For instance, let's say we're adding one over here. Okay, done. So we've added a Twitter widget over here, and of course this widget should be able to be resized. Not working for this, but for the email widget, you can easily resize it like this. So just holding and then, alright, sorry for that, holding and then resizing the widget. Pretty simple here. Okay, should also show you a couple of different things. For instance, if you're selecting one of the apps here, for instance this one, you have now two options. You can go and put it on the home page. You can also uninstall it right from here, and you can see the app info. You can go and select the app info. On the other hand, from here, if you want to delete this, no longer have to drag it here to the corner when the remove button was actually before. The remove button has been moved towards the middle of this screen. And besides this, you have now the option to group icons together. For instance, these two icons, if you put one on top of the other, you now group them in folders. And this is how folders actually look. If you want to take them out of the folder, it's as easy as that. So this is a nice addition that Android hasn't offered before. Alright, so those are most of the things Android IceCream Sandwich changes for tablets. There are some other tinier details that you would notice. Basically, all the interfaces have been slightly redesigned. They look a little bit better. And of course, Android IceCream Sandwich now unifies bigger screen devices and smaller screen devices. So it's basically the same operating system for smartphones and for tablets. However, there are differences. The notification system is different, and most of the apps are slightly different for smaller screens. Alright, speaking about apps, with IceCream Sandwich, most of the important Google apps have been redesigned. We have here the Gmail app. It's looking a bit different. There have been some redesigns over here. Overall functionality is pretty much the same, because on Honeycomb you had all these options, or at least most of the options you have now over here. I haven't actually had enough time to go through all of these options and see if there are important changes. From what I've seen, there aren't many, but overall this one looks a bit different now, a bit better, and this is something I like. Next, you have the new calendar app. I'm not actually using the calendar app that much, but you're going to notice that it is a bit changed right now. Okay, done. And you can now zoom in and see things closer if needed. You can zoom out and you have all these useful buttons over here. So very nice looking app. Besides this, the Google Talk has been changed a bit as well. There are some changes for the maps. It's basically though pretty much the same, because maps for Honeycomb were quite well done. Okay, so it crashed. These things still happen these days. So these are the maps. Seems like it's crashing again. Now this is not the final Transformer Prime. It's still a sample, one of the samples available for tests here in my country. Okay, there seems to be some problem. I think some of the options just disappeared here. So probably we're going to have to restart this. And no longer right. Okay, let's restart this and give it another try. Alright, so here we go. We restarted this. Once again, this is actually a test unit, so it's not the final unit. Thus, some problems may occur, like you saw here. Okay, so I think I was on the verge of showing you the maps. Hopefully they will work this day. Okay, this time they work. So pretty much all the things you had before, but just a couple of differences over here. You can see there are more options for the map. So this can actually work as a very good GPS unit. Of course, you probably know that there are some problems with the GPS inside this tablet, but Asus are actually working on fixing those problems. Okay, let's go back. There's also a new gallery app, and should be looking like this. So it's just slightly different in terms of design. Overall works very fine, very nice. You can easily go between apps over here. Works in portrait and landscape as well. So proper app over here. Okay, let's go back. And there are also some slight changes to YouTube. Still the same carousel as before, but all these buttons on top have been redesigned. There's a new font. They look a little bit better. And of course, the performances of YouTube are actually slightly improved, or actually a lot improved. On previous Android tablets with Honeycomb, I had some problems running flawlessly YouTube clips, but right now, actually YouTube clips are working very, very well. Okay, so here we are. Once again, you don't have the pinch to zoom gesture that you have on iPads. It's probably patented for iPads. But besides this, because having to press this small icon in order to go full screen, this is actually excellent for YouTube. You can see that it's running on high quality, it's looking amazing, and because it's a wider display, it's definitely better than the iPad. And this is one of the things I actually enjoy doing on my tablets. I like to watch YouTube clips when eating or when traveling or stuff like this. So you can see that this one is working very, very nice here. Okay, now besides this, Asus actually bundles a bunch of applications on their tablet. They won't be available on other IceCream Sandwich tablets. What you have here is My Library, you have My Cloud, you have MyNet. You also have Polaris Office, which is pretty interesting. Document editing software. It's free and it works with docs and Excels and PowerPoint presentations. You have this Super Note, allows you to create notes, and you can use your finger, or better yet, stylus, one of those capacitive styluses, to write things here, and you can see that it will save the things you've drawn, save them in different documents, and you can of course transform your handwriting into text using the handwritten recognition algorithms. You should also have a quick look at the camera. They've changed a couple of things here. We're accessing the camera right now. Okay, so the camera is pointing towards the back, so I'm not going to focus on that. I want to change it back. You can see that's me over there. It takes a little bit of time to go between all these options. Right now it's trying to continuously focus over here. Okay, so you can see this is the new interface. You can zoom in like this on my hand, and you have the options. Right now we're on camera. You have the options here. On the back you have a couple of modes right here, so it should work okay. You can actually adjust okay, so in auto you can adjust exposure. I'm going to play like this, minus. Should work a bit better with my hand here. White balance as well, so a bunch of different changes. And you have the flash on. You can put it on auto, or something like this. Let's go ahead and have a picture. So that was my hand over here. You can see that the picture taken are here in this corner. Okay, if you're going back, changing to camera, I've pressed camera, but like so it takes like 3 seconds to change here, which is quite a lot. Camera adapts quite fast. And also have the options. This one can shoot full HD content. You have time-lapse interval. You have these things, which is actually an interesting effect. Let's go ahead and switch to the front-facing camera, and maybe you can see some of these effects in action. Alright, so there is me over there, and let's see if there's backlighting compensation. Actually not. Anyway, we're using this. It's the big eyes, and if it's going to detect me, and you can see that my eyes are a lot bigger now. And if I'm moving around here in the frame, it's still going to make my eyes bigger. And that's pretty much all. It's pretty much the same with all these options here. You can have a big nose. Okay, so I'm having a big nose and a small mouth. So it's quite an interesting thing. It's not that nice, but it's looking alright, I think. Okay, so let's go back, and let's go back to the back camera. And you also have this other option. It's called Panorama Shoot. And if you're taking panorama clips, you're going to have to move the camera. Okay, so this is how the panorama will work. We're starting from here, and you can see there is this adapter that's telling us to move the frame. Alright, so there should be, I think there should be something in the picture in order to be able to take this panorama. Okay, so let's try this again. Let's zoom out a bit, and let's try it again. Okay, so trying to take a panorama shot of this, and it detects something, and they're going all the way over there, but it's not enough to take a panorama. You have to have something in the picture, and this ladder will go all the way over here, and then you're going to have a panorama shot. And I'm going to actually show you the panoramas that I had. Okay. So these are some pictures I've taken with the camera, and this is a panorama. This is how my room looks. That's me over there taking a panorama, and my computer and stuff like this. So this is how this thing works. Now on the Transformer Prime you have this very good camera. It's actually 8 megapixel camera on the back with flash, so it should be quite okay. On other tablets this might not be as good, but overall those settings, they will be available for all the tablets running IceCream Sandwich right now. Okay, so those are pretty much all the apps available over here. Now I should also show you the browser, which is actually slightly better now. It's mainly faster. Because it uses the GPU acceleration. It uses GPU acceleration, so graphic elements should load faster than on other on the previous Honeycomb tablets. Still takes a bit of time to load on this unit we're having here. This is our blog. This is one of the articles on our blog on tabletbuy.com, and you can see that it displays the content very nice. And of course, zooming in is a lot more fluent than it was before. It's a lot more smooth. Navigating on these pages is very smooth. And we have here on the background actually using the Verge, loading the Verge, and I'm going to show you a couple of things. First, you have the option to save a page for offline use. So for instance, let's go ahead and open this article on Tablet Byte, and you don't have the time to actually read it here. You want to read it later, but you won't have access to internet later. So you can save it for offline reading, and here in bookmarks, just press this and you're in bookmarks, you have the saved pages, and then you can go and read this offline. Of course, none of the links will work, the clips will not work, but sorry for that, the text will be, you will be able to read this post in an offline mode. And one more thing that the browser does here, it has this, the mobile, it allows you to get the mobile or the desktop version. By default, it loads the mobile version of a site if it's available, like here on the Verge. And if you're pressing request the desktop version, it will load the entire site. Now it's gonna take a bit to load all this site because this one has a lot of images and it's a very big homepage. But in the end, it should work. Once again, this is a pre-release model, so there might be some issues with wireless speed. I find it overall okay, but I don't know. It seems that it's lagging a bit, and that's probably not how it should work. But the final versions, they should be okay. Wait. Okay, so here we are. You can see that it's still running smoothly. It's not as smooth as on the smaller homepage of our site, but it's still working very nice, and you can still pinch to zoom, and it's working very okay. And you have double tap zooming and all these other gestures, so a very good experience over here. So this is loading the desktop version of your this web page. Of course, you have the settings. This one will work with cookies, will work with will work with JavaScript, will work with Flash and all these things that you would need. And you saw that you have browsing, you have tab browsing, but that was something that was actually available on Honeycomb as well. So overall, the browser is smoother. It renders pages a bit faster. You probably noticed that you have this scrolling bar over here, and you notice that there isn't as much flickering when scrolling on a page as on Honeycomb. But so overall, definitely an improved browser experience. Okay, so besides this, there are also games, and I'm going to show you games in a later version of this clip. So in another clip, you're going to find it also on Gadget Jam. You're going to find details about the games over there, but those are not really something that have to do with Honeycomb, with the IceCream Sandwich, sorry. They're more something that you would like to see when buying the Transformer Prime. Okay, so those were pretty much all the things I wanted to tell you right now about the IceCream Sandwich, Android IceCream Sandwich for tablets. So this is the version that you're going to find on tablets in this first month of 2012. And one of the first tablets to offer it, if not the first and the only right now on the market, is the Asus ePad Transformer Prime. More details are available on the site on tabletbuy.com and of course on our YouTube channel Gadget Jam. Okay, that's it for now. Mike here. Please press thumbs up and subscribe to our channel if you really liked this clip and all the other clips I've posted. Thanks.